expect coronavirus to happen. No, I think nobody did, but it did happen, and it's what's leading us to a depression right now. So this is what planning for the unexpected is about. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Donald, where we talk about marketing, personal finance, entrepreneurship, and a little bit of psychology and how that all ties together. But before we get into the video, I want you to smash that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the video. Hey course hackers, welcome back. If you have seen the last video, then I just dropped a bomb on your peaches. So we're gonna finish off the second step in today's episode, so make sure you stick around. So what's cash value? Cash value is what we can use to buy a car, a vacation, etc. Or it can be used to what they call flip the switch at 65 or 70. And what that means is you start taking out tax-free income for retirement as long as the policy value is sufficient. So the more advantages about this is tax-free growth. You have zero market risk, it's creditor-free, and it's tax-free income. And just hold on, I know you have questions, and we're going to go through and talk about those questions that you have in your mind right now. But you can learn more by subscribing to our newsletter with the link in the description below, because we'll go into much more detail than we can go into with videos like these. So make sure you do yourself the favor of subscribing to the newsletter. It's a free subscription. So here's the cases. With a permanent life insurance, you can add in long-term care, and that covers Alzheimer's, dementia, cases when you need help doing basic things like dressing, eating, and pooping. And you might think that Medicare would cover that, but in actuality, it covers none of that. So Medicare will actually cover the total cost of skilled nursing care for the first 20 days, after which you'll pay $170.50 co-insurance per day in 2019. After 100 days, Medicare will stop paying. So WebMD have this nice source. We're just going to go take a look at it. Some people assume that Medicare will cover long-term care, such as stay-at-home nursing home, but in reality, it doesn't really cover much long-term care. So you really need to plan for yourself, or if you're caring for an older relative, this is what you need to know. So basically, skilled nursing care, it's exactly what I said. Medicare will cover total cost for skilled nursing care for the first 20 days, after which you'll pay $170.50 co-insurance per day. After 100 days, Medicare will stop paying. Home health care, Medicare will pay for nurses and therapists to provide services in your home. This is not round-the-clock care. And if you need long-term care, it's generally round-the-clock. So generally, it's no more than 28 hours per week. With your doctor's recommendation, you may qualify for more. So you could go read about this some more if you're interested. It talks about hospice. And if Medicare won't pay for long-term care, what should you do? So options are really limited. That's the fact of reality. So your option is you can rely on your own savings or loans, but a lot of people don't have the savings for this, and it'll break your bank before you can get better probably. And another way is to buy long-term insurance, long-term care insurance. So long-term care and your permanent life insurance can go together. They can intermingle, which is what I am educating you on right now. So that's sold by a lot of insurance company. The premium becomes more expensive the older you are. So if you're in your 20s right now, it's probably something that you want to buy right away, because I'm 28. I bought it when I was 24. I bought a life insurance, a perm life insurance with long-term care and critical illness when I was 24, because it's something that really scared me. So on top of the long-term care, there are two other benefits that can be added onto permanent life insurance, and that is critical illness, which is heart attack, stroke, cancer, ALS, or chronic illness, Alzheimer or arthritis. Both will let you access a portion of your death benefit, which is really important when you're in those situations. You might not think about it now, but we are in a time, I'm filming in a time where the coronavirus pandemic is happening. Did anybody expect that? The answer is no. Did anybody plan for that? No. But there are people that have planned for something like this to happen. A lot of us, I wouldn't say a lot of us, but some of us planned for a depression. At the time I'm filming right now, it does look like we might end up into a depression, and that's something that I planned for because I saw it coming. I was talking to my financial advisor, and we were banking on a depression to happen soon, but we didn't expect coronavirus to happen. No, I think nobody did, but it did happen, and it's what's leading us to a depression right now. So this is what planning for the unexpected is about. And when you're working with terminal life insurance, I think these critical illnesses, chronic illnesses, you can't plan for them. Or that's a lie. You can plan for them, but you don't know whether they're going to come or not. So with that said, we are now at the third step, emergency fund. And to give you a little bit of a brief, it's pretty much a stash for unforeseen circumstances. So like when you get laid off or when coronavirus happens and the economy shuts down, that's when having an emergency fund is really helpful in managing stress and not making feel like you're squeezed. Nobody wants to feel like they're squeezed. And I'm going to just leave it there and talk about this some more later with a little bit of a story. And with that said, please go look in the description below. There's a link that leads us to our newsletter. Join our newsletter because you'll get much more in-depth information than what I'm presenting here through video, because I don't want you to be sitting and watching these videos forever. So we're just going to send out some short little snippets and bits of knowledge every now and then, and you can ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, do I need term care? Am I in a financially or a highly financially responsible situation right now? That means, do I have young kids? Do I have a spouse to take care of? If I die, are they gonna be okay? That's questions you have to ask yourself. With permanent life insurance, that's something you have to ask yourself too. Can I foresee myself being in a nursing home? For most people, if they're young, they're going to be, no way, I'm not going to be in a nursing home. But you never know, because long-term care is not just about the nursing home. It's about anything else. Like if you get an accident and you need care for, not for like months or years, but just for a little bit. Remember, what did we say about the Medicare? Medicare will cover total cost of skilled nursing for the first 20 days. After that, you pay $170. A lot of people, myself including, can't afford $170 per day. That's crazy. After 100 days, Medicare stops paying. So are you prepared for that? Do you have savings that will cover for that? Do you want your savings to cover for that? For me personally, I don't want my savings to cover for that. So that's why I have Perm Life Insurance with the long-term care and critical illness. So that's something to think about. Think about, do you have history of Alzheimer, dementia? I know that my parents or my grandparents, for example, they had high blood pressure. One had a stroke, one had dementia. So you never know. These are things, yeah, you should go ask your family about whether you guys had any sort of conditions and stuff. So the whole point of these videos is just to get you thinking, because if you don't think about it, you can't plan for it. And if you can't plan for it, there's no action that you're taking. And if you're not taking any action, once that happens, you're going to be screwed. And none of us wants to be screwed. So I'm not being dramatic, maybe a little bit, but I'm just trying to get you guys to ask questions and be prepared. So with that said, that's all I'm going to say. Go down in the description, join our newsletter. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.